old girl was like, nope, I'm not going down there. But that was just basically the subconscious mind. And, the people, the black people in the audience was laughing. I was like, girl, you better go down there and see what's going on.
Hey, listen. You said, look. There was a part where the happy brother, I'm gonna call him Happy, okay. The happy brother of Brianna, the black woman up in there. He said, "Man, black people don't do that." I looked around. I said, "We should." What you talking about? Like that's our problem now, because we don't want to do things. We don't want to get into certain things because we're scared of it. But it is what it is on that. But yeah,
the funny
man,
part about it, hold on, Will. The funny part about that part, babe, about her not wanting to go down there, her ass ended up down there anyway.
Anyway, yeah.
She ended up down there anyways and had to navigate it.
Yes. Come on.
So basically what we saw was you have to go into your own darkness. You have to go into your own subconscious for you to recognize your greatness. Because after she went in and she saw in her subconscious, oh, we in the church, and then out of nowhere, she broke free, got loose, whatever. She killed the hell out of that black dude though.
Yeah. She was tapping in. She was
she tapped into her rage.
But that was interesting because I had the laundromat dude as Anubis, because what happened was he was walking in Anthony and her into the death realm, or what we call the subconscious mind realm, right? So when she didn't want to walk down that dark pathway, the stairs, she still ended up there, and she had to sit there and face her fears and seeing Anthony go through this thing anyway. You feel me?
Anyway, she had to see it anyways. But after she came through that and made it through that, and like Will said earlier, and got to see who she truly is, now she got to see the power behind this thing. And now she is charged with the work of tell everybody my story.
Right.
Because at the end of the thing, he made sure to tell everybody. Let's not keep this thing a secret, right? Because that was all out of fear. Like, excuse me, I know, but no, right here, the black people on in Cabrini Green back in the day, they didn't understand what was really going on. So we're talking about consciousness. We're talking about the evolving of consciousness, because they really thought, like the dude said, when he screamed, when the Candyman guy came out, when Sherman came out, because he wasn't even Candyman, but when Sherman came out with the candy and he screamed, he said that was the first time he really saw fear.
Yes, come on.
So the people in that community, consciousness, they were so unaware that they didn't even know that they had casted this false spell on this brother who was not even committing the crimes.
Yeah. And he was in what? The dark. He came out of the dark.
He came out of the dark hole, yep.
Give Sherman, you said his name is Sherman, right?
No, Sherman was the guy with the candy in the hood. The other little boy, I got his name.
The laundromat dude, he came out to give the laundromat dude as a kid, that candy to say, hey, look, I'm here. And he went back in, but, they pulled him out. So that was crazy. That was interesting.
And he said that was the first time he really saw fear.
Because this ties into the subconscious too. That's why I got this picture up. I wanted to ask Will this and YouTube this. What y'all think about this part right here? What was the significance about old girl's daddy killing himself in the movie, and she having that flashback? He said, look, you want to see me fly? And he just went off, and I was like, oh yeah. Man, anybody?
I think it was a continuation of showing us the black man's trauma and that psychological break, because that was a common thread throughout the whole story, right? Black man trying to show up, black man grinding. Even the stories of the black men who were getting killed, like, for example, the first brother who they showed, who was a painter, who would go and he would paint, all of these rich, affluent white people, and then he painted this white girl. They fell in love. They had a baby. He got tortured like crazy. Same thing for, it was a continuation, right? Because the girl's father was also an artist, remember? Now her husband is also an artist. So we're talking about this common thread, this continuation, how we really continue to tell the stories of the people who come before us. We continue to tell the stories of our ancestors, but we got to rise up through those stories. You know what I mean? So I think it was just a symbol of you know, that psychology and us needing to work through that and rise up and go beyond that trauma. And like I said earlier, people got to pay for what they do. So all of those white people, when he was, you know, displaying his art, and the white lady said, oh, artists are the people who are the gentrifiers of these neighborhoods because y'all go and live so that you don't have to work a job. Right now, you got to pay for that, sis.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so she ended up having to pay for that. So I think that memory was multi-leveled or multifold because it was showing how the ancestors are always, like you said earlier, always are coming through. We're always retelling an old story, but in each present lifetime, it is your job to evolve the story, to raise it up to a higher level, to raise it up to a higher level of consciousness. Right? I mean, even though it wasn't his father per se, it was her father, but we're still talking about DNA, genetics, epigenetics, how we communicate through our genes, how I know what my grandmother or my great grandmother went through based off of DNA. So I think it was kind of a play on that.